Welcome to day 1743 of What You Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting the journey originally as I transitioned from the brick and mortar corporate world of businesses to the online world of business. But now I'm just documenting my journey in all types of businesses. What's working, what's not, what I'm doing, what I'm not doing, and a lot of times why I'm doing it. Because we can demonstrate and show and do things, but if we don't share with people why we're doing those things, it's hard for them to duplicate and do them as well. So today we're talking about, and for all of November, I've done it for a couple of years now. I've done something called No Nonsense November, where I just share every day one of my biggest life lessons learned, one of the lessons I've learned along the way. I think I'll share a story about how I came to that realization. I don't know if I'm trying to think if I did that today. Yes, I probably did in the annual challenge, the BU 365-day challenge. And then I will pick an idiom to coincide with that particular lesson or topic, just like I've been doing all year long for the Supersize Your Business Facebook group and the content I create there. So today, our topic was you need to give to get. You need to put out into the world, and we put out into the world is what we get back. So if we put good and positive and light and love and things that we want out into the world, we'll get those things back. But if we're putting out the lack of those things, if the loneliness, the scarcity, the doubt, worry, fear, negative energy, negative emotions, negative feeling, negative vibes, that's what we'll get back. And I think we can all think of examples, both positive and negative, of that from our past experiences. Because guess what? It's a universal law. It's how the world works. It's what we put into things is what we get back. And usually we get back a lot more of what we put out than what we actually put out. I think it's the law of increase coupled with the law of reciprocity, etc. There's all kinds of universal laws that touch on this particular topic, but the truth is we have to give in order to receive. We have to put ourselves out there, even if we have to just take action, and that's our way to give, is getting out there, putting ourselves out there in a way that creates what we want, not what we don't want. So we talked about that in the annual challenge. We'll do a no nonsense November thing like that every day, and then I'll share the idiom. And today's idiom was one I actually, as soon as I researched the idiom, the origin of it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I just covered this one. And I did a couple of months ago, end of August 24th, actually, and today's November. So it's been 2 months and a little bit, but not very much. And so I talked about give and take, but I talked about it from a different point of view, a different perspective than I shared back in August. In August, I talked about give and take being with respect to compromise and negotiation and things. And this time I talked about give and take in terms of giving what you want and serving people in order to get more people to serve or get more customers or attract more money or business, whatever you want. A lot of coaches, and I didn't talk about this in the Supersize Your Business, but a lot of marketers and coaches, and I didn't notice this so much offline as I have online, will give things, but they give them from a position of scarcity or lack. So they'll give away a free report, but it's just a tidbit and a tip of the iceberg of information. But smart people will give away their best stuff, knowing that the vast majority of people will never act on it anyway. So, so many people, and that's whether you're coming from a position of strength or lack, or scarcity or abundance. And if we put scarcity out into the world, guess what? We're going to struggle and get scarcity back. If we put abundance and value and service out into the world, we're going to get a whole lot of people to add value to and serve, and they will in turn provide us with what we need in order to continue to serve them. I think I'm explaining this in a roundabout way, but I've tested this out on myself. When I'm giving from a position of lack, I get nothing in return. When I'm giving from a position of love and wisdom and knowledge and sharing, I get what I need and want back from that situation. So we talked about that, but my point on that was a lot of coaches, a lot of people say, you need to give money, you need to pay money to make money. You need to pay to receive any value in the world. And I think there's a lot of different ways to get what you need. And depending on where you're at in different situations is what you will put out. But I do also know that the programs that I've paid big bucks for, I've put more of myself into because I had more to lose, right? So is it really because we we have to pay more to get what we need and want and to take action. Maybe that's what motivates some of us. If we need to pay the big bucks to take action and do what our coaches tell us to do. But I've done it both ways, right? I think it's more an internally motivated thing. And it's not just about forking over the dough to get what you want. It's about, are you going to go through all the different possible ways of learning so that you become the person that you want to become? I mean, I've literally spent millions of dollars on trainings and coaches and coaching and courses and programs. And the ones that I was ready to implement, I implemented. The ones I wasn't, emotionally, financially, whatever, ready to implement, I didn't. And I think that's more about me and my personal development than it is about whether I have to pay big money to get the results I want, right? There's all different ways to get the results we want, and each of us has a different journey. Some people want to pay for speed, so they just join masterminds and coaching programs, and they know that they're motivated, internally motivated enough to make that particular program work for them. Yet you'll have the exact same program, the exact same coaching, the exact same opportunity for different people side by side. And as much as coaches and gurus and me and everybody else want to see everybody succeed, the percentages of people that actually do and are ready and take the action are the same across the board, across industries, across the world, right? So we can't beat ourselves up for, if we're providing value in a way that is for the people that we're here to serve. The people that we're here to serve will raise their hand when they're ready, right? Which I love, because we don't have to do any of that salesy, markety crap that doesn't feel authentic to us, right? Some people are awesome at that. Others of us, not so much. All right. If I can help you anyway, ask. Otherwise, I am finally starting to think about getting ready for a trip. And I'm realizing that I'm woefully underprepared for a big burst of travel. So I have to get my act together this week. If I can help you anyway, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow. Bye. See what you can give today.